We used to buy technology because it was simple. A device did exactly what you asked it to do, and nothing more. Today, that baseline utility is being dismantled, replaced by a tangled mess of forced features and AI integrations that companies want to show off. Take the recent death of the Fitbit app. For years, users loved its straightforward approach to fitness tracking, but after an acquisition, Google killed the app entirely, forcing millions of users onto their new, complex Google Health platform. The immediate result is immense user frustration. Instead of a clean dashboard showing daily steps and heart rate, users now face a cluttered interface. Their actual fitness data is buried in deep menus, making room for long paragraphs of chatty text from an AI health coach that nobody asked for. Consumers are actively losing their digital agency. Tech companies are choosing to showcase their newest AI capabilities, even if it means degrading a perfectly reliable tool that people already know how to use. Apple users are feeling a different kind of squeeze. The recent iOS 26.6 beta arrived with absolutely no new user-facing features. It is entirely a background maintenance update, meant to stabilize the operating system so it can handle the heavy AI capabilities Apple plans to roll out next. People are tired of paying premium prices for bloated ecosystems, and the market is reacting. Budget-conscious buyers are actively fleeing to alternatives like Lenovo's new Android-based Idea Tab. At less than half the price of Apple's cheapest base iPad, the Idea Tab offers a sharper 2.5K display, 8 GB of RAM, and guaranteed security patches until 2029. It serves as a pure hardware escape valve for users who just want a screen that works without the premium ecosystem tax. These daily annoyances, cluttered apps, constant updates, heavy operating systems, are connected to a much larger threat. Adding massive amounts of code to our devices creates UX bloat, but it also creates a rapidly expanding, highly vulnerable attack surface. The rush to integrate AI and expand cloud services requires millions of new lines of code. Every single new line, every added feature, and every API hook is another door that hackers can test. This tree graph shows the sudden explosion of common vulnerabilities and exposures, or CVEs, that Apple addressed in a single month. In May 2026 alone, they had to patch over 170 unique vulnerabilities across their entire product lineup. These vulnerabilities allowed attackers to bypass authentication entirely. One flaw enabled access to private browsing tabs through Siri, while another allowed incoming FaceTime calls to be accepted on locked devices, even when lock screen notifications were disabled. Apple employs a strategy of delayed disclosure. They push out the software update first, but intentionally withhold the precise technical details from IT administrators and security professionals until they feel most users have safely patched their devices. Tech giants are relying on security through obscurity. Their software ecosystems are now too dense and complex to survive transparent disclosure without putting millions of users at immediate risk. When an ecosystem becomes this complex, the technology isn't the only weak point. Human error becomes the most frequent and dangerous vulnerability for attackers to exploit. The cybersecurity industry is responding with new types of automation. A recent integration between password manager Dashlane and security firm KnowBe4 attempts to neutralize mistakes as they happen. This diagram outlines a new closed-loop system for enterprise defense. The exact moment an employee clicks a phishing link or types in a compromised credential, the system detects the action and fires a specific targeted training module directly to their screen in under a second. This approach shifts the focus from passive annual training to immediate behavioral intervention. By correcting a user the moment they make a mistake, organizations hope to close the response gap that traditional security tools often leave open. So what happens when these incredibly opaque, vulnerable digital networks aren't just running the smartwatch on your wrist, but running your city's infrastructure? In March 2026, the Los Angeles transit system suffered a cyber attack that stole 700 gigabytes of data. The breach crippled rail yard management and took the city weeks to recover from. An unknown hacktivist group initially claimed responsibility. But forensic researchers quickly found the true source: a state-sponsored hacking unit working directly for Iran's Ministry of Intelligence and State Security.
The attackers reached past virtualization infrastructure to access Division 11, the actual train control display system that manages the physical movement of the railcars. The pathways these attackers used are the exact same entry points causing problems on everyday consumer tech. Unpatched legacy software, bloated cloud infrastructure, and simple human errors serve as the red carpet for geopolitical strikes. The corporate drive to force endless features and AI onto every platform has severe consequences. The line between a digital annoyance and a physical danger no longer exists. Everything from the app on your phone to the railways in your city is now part of the exact same vulnerable battleground.